Welcome to the 2022 Winter Classic Student Cluster Competition Studio Update Show. Now, here are your hosts, Dan Olds and Addison Snell.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to another Intersect 360 Research Winter Classic Invitational Student Cluster Competition Update Show. I'm Addison Snell, together with Dan Olds. We're with Intersect 360 Research. And Dan, today we're talking to the team from FAMU.
Yes, we are. Florida Agricultural Mechanical University, better known as FAMU. That's my pronunciation, at least. And I wouldn't want to say they're a surprise, but they are kind of a surprise. They are the second-ranked team overall. Their team lead, Kavika, who we're going to meet in just a second, was a part of the competition last year, but they've done some great things. We're going to talk about that. But first, let's meet the team. So
let's
Kavika,
meet the Dan. Second, currently. A lot can change. They got room to take over number one.
That's right.
This team is hard charging. All right, go ahead, Dan.
So Kavika, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little about yourself.
Yes. So it's pronounced FAMU.
Is it pronounced FAMU?
Yeah, it's pronounced
I have been pronouncing it wrong for 12 years.
That is
FAMU.
fine.
Okay.
But so I'm the team lead for the FAMU team. I am a graduate student, so I'm about to graduate this spring, thankfully. I'm also in another MBA program at FSU.
Wow.
So I've been doing two programs at the same time. I teach at FAMU, so I teach naval engineering and naval weapon systems. I'm in the military, so Navy guy in the military, came here to teach the college kids and prepare future officers for the Navy. And decided to get my master's on the side.
An MBA on the side. See, Addison, I think I might have mentioned to you that Kavika is a pretty squared away dude. He is a master of time management. Can you imagine doing all that stuff at once?
You did tell me that, and I've been looking forward to meeting Kavika and this team.
It's incredible. So, Neil, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes. Hello. Greetings. My name is Neil Patel. I'm a fourth-year senior at Florida A&M University, majoring in computer information systems, and I graduated in December of 22 of this year.
Very nice. Very
Fun
nice.
fact, I was born in India.
Really? Okay. That puts you in common with about billion people?
Yes.
Okay, that's good though. What is it? What do you want to do when you get out? I mean, you're out. So what is it you want to do?
I'm really interested in project management and software development.
Okay, I think there's some room for that in HPC. You think so,
Welcome
Addison?
to the Winter Classic. Absolutely.
Yeah. So Kayla, tell us about you. Besides the fact you live in your car.
Hi, I'm Kayla Liberis. I'm a third-year information technology student. I'm from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And
Nice.
When I graduate, which potentially will be spring of 2023, I'm looking forward to probably go into web design. But right now, I'm just trying to expand my interests and see what routes kind of fit me and my needs and what I want to do.
What do you think of this HPC stuff so far?
It's definitely interesting. It's a little code based, and I'm not too familiar with a lot of the coding and stuff right now, but I like to code, so I kind of like it.
Okay, well, we can find you something in there that's going to have some coding for you in HPC. Get you an internship, build on that. I could put together a nice career for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, Evan, tell us about you. And did I pronounce your name right that time?
Iman.
Iman, I'm sorry. I had it right the first couple of times, but it just flows right through my head. So tell us about you.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Iman Nelson. I recently graduated grad school with my master's. So right now I'm still deciding to do the PhD program in data science. So I'm still deciding on that so far. But in undergrad, I attended FAMU and got my master's in FAMU. So I was a major in IT, and I am from Jacksonville. So right now I am currently helping in mobile application with teaching students in like Java and Kotlin with mobile application as well. That's like my side little job. So that's what I'm doing so far. And so far, I feel like this HPCG thing or this competition in itself is really helpful, but I'm trying to learn as I go along. Cause right now, it's like me getting a good scratch into like basically virtual machines and stuff, because this is my first time really getting a job of it. So right now, I feel like this will be a good learning process as going along.
It's only going to get better. So,
it's a tremendous learning process. I will tell you, there are people throughout our industry who spend a lot of time trying to figure out exactly how to optimize high performance LinPack and HPCG. You're not the only ones. And this is something that is of keen interest. And then you're going to go from here to some real world engineering applications, some machine learning. You're going to get a real spectrum of what's going on in HPC. And I appreciate your participation. I'm excited for all of you.
Fantastic. And the other thing, in looking at your scores, you guys did really well in HPL. You were at about 90% of the top score. And you had the second best HPCG by a significant margin, only to have Tennessee State come in and throw it all in cash.
Well, that was a nifty trick that Tennessee State pulled, but this is a good team we've got going here.
It is. And actually, the other thing, you guys have the world record for the number of jobs run.
Is that right?
Whatever they did with scripting, that put them an order of magnitude higher than everybody else in running both LinPack and HPCG jobs. You want to talk about that a little bit, Kavika?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Sweet. So we made a couple of scripts that went through all the parameters because HPE gave us some guidance on for HPL, look at the parameters, keep it within this range. And so we tried a lot of different numbers and a lot of different combinations. And I think we ended up running maybe like 400 to 800 HPL and then about 2,000 to 4,000 HPCG.
Wow. I would say it's closer to 4,000 on HPCG. What's interesting, though, and it was a great approach to take. You're taking a brute force approach to it, and that's definitely a cool thing to do. But if you were to do it again, would you have guided that brute force a little differently? Because you didn't go through, your scripts didn't go through all the parameters, because then you would have latched onto the top in both areas.
Yes, I think there's a lot of restrictions. So we weren't able to run HPL and HPCG at the same time.
Yeah.
If we were, then we would have been able to account for a lot of the, we would have been able to run both of them for the entire week, which would
and gotten through all the parameters.
Got through all the parameters. But since we couldn't, we were on a time constraint. We limited the parameters to what we thought would be decent numbers.
Try and get into sort of the sweet spot then.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you all might be wondering that with the schedule change and NASA moving back a week or two, do you just have extra time off? And you know what? The answer is no, because we came up with an activity to fill up your time next week. Yay.
I think this is more of a fun activity, though. This isn't the hard charging coding that they had to do before.
No, this will be a vacation for you. What we've got coming up is a pop quiz. Like what you've seen in your educational experiences, we're going to quiz you about HPC, but I'm going to give you all the reference material to read.
A little bit of trivia, a little bit of current events.
Yep, some technology stuff. It's a nice mix. The only thing is that you want to do your reading before you take the test, because the test is timed. And the longer you take to complete the test, the lower your score is going to be. So what we're not looking for is for kids to take the test and then to be Googling up the answers. That'll take you more
Dan,
time.
I'm
means a
sure
lower
glad you
score.
were never my professor.
So that'll be fun. And you have until next Saturday to finish it. I'm going to send you out an email with all the details. Now, let me ask you guys this. Are you all typically working in the same room, or are you all separate? Whoever wants to answer that. I think we lost Kavika.
No, I'm
he's
sorry.
there. He's there. Oh, there you are.
So I think we've been able to get together a couple times, but for last week, we're all pretty busy, and so
Sure.
we did that one separately.
Well, I was going to make an offer that if you guys start getting together and working in the same room, which I think is best for both team cohesion, but also for learning, because you've got all varying levels of skills and stuff, that I will give you a generous snack budget. Drinks, food, candy, whatever it takes to get your blood flowing. And I'll leave that up to Kavika to do. You guys interested?
Yes, we'll definitely take.
Yeah, you send us the bill. We'll pay for the snacks. Well earned.
I'm going to Venmo him up on that, Addison.
Hey, we'll do it. I'm in. I'm so excited. And in terms of where you are in your careers and what you want to do with your lives, you've got so much time and possibility in front of you. I will tell you that when I was a junior in college, I had no concept of becoming an industry analyst for the supercomputing industry. That wasn't a thing I had thought of, and yet here I am. So high performance computing has gotten into my blood. I love this industry, and I really love your participation and seeing some of the younger talent coming up in to take over for me.
We need you. We need you. And I know that wasn't a dream of mine in undergrad or grad school, but it's worked out great. And it is such a fascinating and vital industry and a crucial industry to be involved with, and to be able to look at, where we've come from. That, for instance, I hope I'm not giving away anything, but we hit this might be on the test. We hit the petaflop barrier, broke through it in, 2008? And we're now approaching, actually, in some ways, we're there, the exascale barrier, which is 1,000 times more performance. Now, you don't find many things that can accelerate at that kind of pace. 13 years from, essentially petaflop to exaflop, 1000x. That's a big thing. And it's incredible the kind of problems that we can approach with having that size of system.
Yeah, I've been in high performance computing for 25 years, and the terascale was brand new when we were starting. Here we are at 1 million times teraflops in the course of my career.
It's incredible. And there really aren't any industries, I don't think, that can talk about that sort of expansion, that sort of performance increase. I can't think of them anyway. So
I'm looking forward to things getting another 1 million times better with the FAMU team in charge.
Yeah, let's hope for that. I mean, if you guys had just bumped up your LIMPAC or HPCG a little bit,
there.
Would have been in the lead. So anything you guys want to say to the people at home? Neil, Kayla, Iman, Kavika? You're gonna have a lot.
I think we got a good team. Everybody's really motivated, so I'm excited to see what FAMU can do for the rest of the competition.
I'm excited to see it too. And and you do have a good team. We'll be checking back in on FAMU and the other teams as the competition progresses. Dan, this is shaping up to be a pretty good cluster competition.
Yes, it certainly is. Thank you for showing up for this interview. We really appreciate it, and it's great meeting you. And we want to thank everybody out there watching, and tell them to stay tuned. We're going to be meeting more teams. We're going to be meeting more mentors. We're just going to be meeting a lot of people, and we're going to be giving you up-to-date breaking news results as they happen. So stay tuned.